Marcus Aurelius, famed as a pivotal discern in Stoic philosophy, additionally held the eminent function of Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD. His reign marked the notion of a technology led by using way of rulers historically celebrated because the five good emperors, in a feature that furnished him countless strength and the capability to take pleasure in every workable temptation and desire. Aurelius selected a course of distinctive feature, dedicating his life to the ideas of equity and justice. During his tenure as emperor, Aurelius committed time to penning a series of personal reflections, later known as the Meditations. This work has in view that been recognized as a cornerstone within the look-at of Stoic philosophy. In those writings, Aurelius offers insights on self-improvement, specializing in adopting a general attitude and severely assessing one's judgments within the direction of oneself and others. Governing an empire amidst numerous wars, he carried out Stoic understanding to relieve stress and attempt to be an exemplary and dependable chief. Stoicism, an ancient and profoundly respectable philosophical doctrine, teaches that ethical conduct is the foundation of personal contentment. It underscores the need of sound judgment and logical concept in making virtuous picks. In this dialogue, we're capable of delve into growing a rational attitude, guided through 5 key schooling from the lessons of Marcus Aurelius. These commands purpose to enhance your readability of concept and decision-making abilities. But first, I would like to ask you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video. Lesson 1. Develop the habit of immediately remembering judgments about people. You may find out later that you haven't connected with anyone, but the key is to not get into situations weighed down by negative expectations. Clean up how you think about life, and don't start any decisions based on your initial feelings and emotions. When forming an opinion, question their logic and basis for belief, and consider whether there is a better explanation. In the art of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius asserted that it is through our thoughts that events become harmful. This means that the intense experience is intensified by how negatively you perceive it, so you have the power to control how events affect you. Stoicism teaches us to see every difficult event as an opportunity to grow. One Stoic practice is to change the barrier. Imagine a scenario where a new coworker would struggle to keep up, eroding the company's productivity and profitability. At first, you feel resentful of seeing this person as an obstacle to your goal of achieving professional benefits. However, this can also be seen as a valuable combination. It's an opportunity to develop patience, enhance your counseling skills, learn how to integrate newcomers into your team effectively, and handle stressful situations. These skills are not only useful now, but can also contribute to long-term profitability. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The constraint of action encourages action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Basically, instead of exaggerating things in life, take time to reflect on their reactions. Often you will find that life is simpler and simpler than it appears. Each situation offers different interpretations from positive to negative. By adjusting the mind, friends, we strive to create unique content for you, for which we would like to ask you to support our channel by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and we also recommend watching our other videos. Second lesson. Often, we wander off within the trivia of daily demanding situations, every seeming to bear the weight of the sector. Yet a shift in attitude can monitor an exclusive fact, displaying us the vastness and complexity of our world and experiences. People regularly neglect that their reports and views are not the best ones that matter. Take as an example, someone who has had bad experiences with dogs. They may battle to understand how others can see puppies as cherished pets. It's vital to understand the range of stories and perspectives. Imagine you're going through a profession choice, to live in your present-day job or circulate to a brand new function. This selection may be overwhelming, specifically whilst uncertain of future fulfillment. Have you taken into consideration exploring a distinctive profession path or a facet mission that enhances your current position? Often, we forget about numerous unexplored paths and lifestyles. A broader angle aids substantially in making knowledgeable choices, as it encourages considering all possible avenues and effects. Broadening your view is not best useful for making choices, but also for forming well-rounded evaluations. To make complete judgments, it's vital to bear in mind all factors of a scenario, including those past your instant concerns. Stepping again lets in you to detach from private biases, main to more objective and rational choices. Thus, embracing a global perspective is critical whilst confronted with selections or demanding situations. Reflective practices, consisting of walking or journaling, sports Marcus Aurelius endorsed, permit for deeper introspection. Asking questions like, what ought to the long time period consequences of my actions be? Or how could someone else view this example? Can cause extra know-how and higher selection making. Next lesson. As Marcus Aurelius advises, manage your emotions and don't allow your mind rule you. He encourages us to go beyond hypocrisy, selfishness, anger. Emotion unchecked clouds judgment greater than something else. It is critical to manipulate your emotional responses to be clear in all situations. Marcus Aurelius mainly factors out that anger often does extra damage than precise. A commonplace false impression is that controlling feelings manner suppressing them. For instance, if you feel extreme anger due to a betrayal, in case you deny its life and pretend that the whole thing is excellent, you are not without a doubt handling emotions in keeping with Stoic standards, and not turning feelings that suggest the anger sequence is nicely maintained. Question the value of anger while it does arise. It may be tempting to react with warm heat, but bear in mind whether or not it might lessen your ache or improve the circumstance. Is it appropriate for a criminal? Instead of reacting right now, look for methods to explicit yourself. This can be quiet communique, journaling, exercising, or pursuits that assist you launch your anger. Take anxiety or worry as another example. Instead of suppressing these feelings, use them as a catalyst for movement. If the idea of soliciting for a improve scares you, don't permit that forestall you or push you to the facet. Instead, assume viable questions and answers and permit this worry trigger thorough coaching. This worry may be a high-quality motivator, difficult you to develop and strengthening your courage whilst you're nevertheless working. Take tension or fear as every different example. Instead of suppressing those emotions, use them as a catalyst for movement. If the concept of soliciting for an increase scares you, don't allow that prevent you or push you to the thing. Instead, count on viable questions and solutions and allow this worry reason thorough schooling. This worry may be an amazing motivator, tough you to broaden and strengthening your braveness whilst you are nonetheless jogging. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius emphasize that the redirection of feelings successfully brings peace. By skillfully dealing with your feelings, you maintain rational thinking and make smart selections, no matter the scenario. Acknowledging your emotions and withdrawing, instead of permitting them to manipulate you, is the key to a non-violent and meaningful lifestyles. Dear viewers, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Lesson number 4. Practice the dichotomy of control as taught via Marcus Aurelius, who suggested, you have energy over your thoughts, now not out of doors occasions. Realize this and you'll locate power. This concept entails information the distinction between what is inside our manage and what is not. Factors just like the weather, site visitors, or others' opinions are past our manipulate. However, selections like how we dress, while we depart for an appointment, and the human beings we companion with are within our control. When faced with a scenario that influences you, ask yourself, what can I control? Your moves must be guided via the things within your manipulate, whilst the ones past it should be met with attractiveness and resilience. Learning to distinguish and act upon this could right away clarify your thoughts. An essential factor of the dichotomy of control is amor fati, or love for destiny. By embracing life and its myriad occasions, you domesticate a love for existence, no matter its unpredictability. You cannot break out destiny or dictate uncontrollable occasions, however you may choose to cherish your life irrespective of the scenario. For example, if you're rejected for a dream task, it might appear there may be no silver lining. However, instead of viewing this as completely terrible, look at the motives behind the final results. If the rejection become because of non-public shortcomings, it really is within your manage to enhance. On the other hand, if it turned into because of outside factors like favoritism or a personality conflict, apprehend that this possibility became in no way sincerely yours, and there is no benefit in lamenting over something inconceivable. Part of accepting fate involves detaching from fixed effects and external fulfillment metrics. If you are an aspiring writer, measuring success via book sales topics, your achievement to the fluctuating ebook market. Instead, outline success via your delight with the finished product or the attempt invested, setting control squarely to your arms. Last lesson. In the lessons of Marcus Aurelius, we discover a deep emphasis at the embody of virtues. The Stoics were convinced that people who have been maximum regular with reason had been devoted to the welfare of all. They noticed the shortage of virtue as a consequence of lack of expertise. In unpredictable life conditions, virtues act as guiding stars, maintaining your course and making sure stability. Those endowed with virtue frequently exude an experience of calmness and composure. To absolutely embody virtue, one ought to internalize the four essential virtues of Stoicism: awareness, justice, braveness, and temperance. Wisdom includes a neutral judgment of precise and evil, transcending emotional influences with the intention to cause to manual moral selections. In the face of a quandary, intelligence helps analyze the alternatives clearly. Moderation or temperance is ready, locating a balance among extremes. It's an workout in self-control and subject, because Marcus Aurelius discovered the precise human potential for self-regulation. For instance, having an entire bag of chips may also offer brief delight but damage lengthy-term fitness. In moderation, it stops after a few bites, with know-how determining the right quantity to eat. Justice built on focus commits to equity and equity for oneself and others. The Stoics observed this as an obligation toward person, network, and society. Courage, the 1-3 virtue, encourages movement no matter fear or uncertainty, motivating one to behave for the more authentic or address tough obligations. Courage isn't always approximately getting rid of fear, however choosing to transport ahead however emotional hurdles. Stoicism classifies things into objects, evils, and indifference, guiding actions in the direction of seeking out actual, averting evil, and the usage of indifference in keeping with private choice. Deviating from those virtues results in poor behaviors like robbery or recklessness. Indifferent actions, together with a casual stroll, do now not particularly fall into appropriate or evil. Watch more of our content, subscribe to the channel. May the Force be with us.